Hello, it's Mary Lou here. I have a journal to share with you, duh. This one came together pretty quickly and I'm really excited to share it with you because, I don't know, something about the journal, the colors, I don't know, whatever it was. I spent more time working on this and really poured my heart and soul into this one. So let me introduce you to Garden Friends. It's a 7.5 by 5.5 with a 2-inch spine. It's a hard, I made it myself. It's a medium weight chipboard cover. And I treated all the images on the cover with Ranger Multimatte Medium. This is several layers of cardstock with cheesecloth that I dyed with the same sprays that I used for the ties and some of the ribbons inside in this on the spine. It has a tag. See if I can get it without pulling anything else. Right there. And it will go back in with care. Okay. Anyway, lace ties. It's pretty chunky. I'll put all the rest of the information down below, so please take a look if you want to know more information about the journal. And as you can see, I called this one Garden Friends. And it's filled with birds and dragonflies and bees and ladybugs and all kinds of critters from the garden, and including flowers. So here's the inside of the front cover. There's a large spine tag here. This journal belongs to, you can see I've been dyeing, I think you can still see it. And I did put lace on a lot of the pages, but I couldn't put a lot in because she's chunky. To cinch her down, that's not good for the spine. But anyway, here's inside the book now. I have a pocket here, and there's 2 glassine bags back here. So there's a tag here, and the story begins. And a little card like the one on the front. Everything's been inked with Ranger Distress ink. Here's a garden stake, a really sweet garden stake. There's plenty of journaling space on the back of that. And then in this pocket, make sure I'm in frame, there's a card from the kit that I used, another card, and then there's an envelope that's made of vellum, and it's got this pretty journaling card in it. It goes this way, I guess. Whoops. Got the dropsies. I hope you're having a good day. Okay, we'll turn the page. I didn't do any coffee dyeing. What I did was I used copy paper that I sprayed with Lindy's Starburst sprays in a soft teal and a green to just go with the kit. Here's a pretty dragonfly. I used parchment paper. I did stamping. I did stenciling. Here's a clip on this little thing that you can either glue down and make a pocket, or you can use it so you can journal inside. Here's a card from the kit. And there's a envelope. Oh, come on now. I didn't put this together. Oh, it just got 2 cards in there, so it's harder to get them out. And they go inside there. And on the other side of this little flip is a florist's envelope that I created into, it has a tiny little booklet here filled with parchment paper, so there's more journaling space there. And it just slides right in there. There's a charm and some beads on the end of this bulb pin. And then in the back behind that little envelope are just some things that you can journal on, little snippets of pages. I used several kits on this. 2 of them were from Screech Owl Studio. And one I took some pieces from Artie Mays, and then the papers, a lot of the papers came from a Stamperia pad, and I'll give you links to the places where I get everything. This is a vellum page, and I did some punching here. There's another page. There's an Edith Holden. And on this side, I put a little pocket. And then this is a guest check that I cut up and made into some more journaling space so I could hide the writing there. And I love the little ladybugs. There's a little ladybug charm on there. And over here is a tuck spot. And there's this card, says journal. Oops, get in there. And there's a vintage money growers manual for flowers. And then this is a page from the kit that has months that you can journal on. I just thought that would be more journaling space and pretty. There's some more parchment. I put some sayings about gardening and things like that. Here's some stamping I did. And some more here. Did lots of stamping in this one. Okay, here's a pocket. And in the pocket are 3 index type cards that you can journal on. And then behind that, or also in the back of that pocket, let me put them there so I don't have to take the time. Pretty 1891 floral seed packet. There we go. And then this is like a plant stake. See, there's journaling space on the back. I'll just set those there. Over here's a belly band. And behind the little booklet, there's Mr. Frog. There's a little poem about Mr. Frog, and there's a frog right here. Yeah, there's frogs in here too. And that gives you some more pages to journal on. And then this is something I created. It's a little folder. And though I can't offer this one in my shop because this is from papers from the kit, and so I can't offer things digital from somebody else's shop. But I have created a couple of these, and I will be working on more. I made them so that you could have a pocket here, and I'll introduce them later, but there's some little cards, or you can also do like I did here. Take some parchment paper and staple it in, and then you've got a little booklet to journal in. I liked that. Thought it was really pretty with the kit. Okay. Some more really subtle spraying and some stenciling. A little ladybug on a branch with a little poem about ladybugs. And there's this other side of the Edith Holden. And the other side of the vellum page and the doily. Here's a little corner pocket. I did some stamping there and some layering here. There's that little birdie. I love that image, so yes, I used it several times. Here's a little card that you can journal on, and here's a large tag you can also journal on. Some more of my stamping or stenciling. I think that's stamping. There's something I printed on there. Here's a little a pocket that I created up front. This little label comes from the kit. This comes from Stamperia. There's a tag. It fits right in that pocket. Pretty little ladybug or butterfly up there. That's the end of the first signature. Then this is got birds. There's a pocket. In the pocket, some more seed or bulb, one of the other packets, vintage ones. And then there's this pretty tag. And it's got Hug Snug seam binding on it that I dyed. The other lace ribbon, I used some of this, and it's kind of, it's really pretty and shiny and sheer in the middle. There's a pretty bird on a rose, a little poem. There's a hummingbird, a hummer. Here's a, let you see it that way, you can see it better. A little pocket I created with some fussy cutting. A teeny tiny tag from Laura's shop. Laura, the papered soul. There's another plant stake. And some bird eggs. And then there's another little booklet. This one's a little bigger. And it's got quite a few pages. And this one I sewed them in. Pretty doily. There's some striped vellum paper. Edith Holden. There's another pocket that I created from one of the pages in the kit. Some more seed packets and a pretty tag. The bird up there. Another wagon full of flowers, or wheelbarrow with another poem there. Some more of my spraying. And some of the patterns almost look like echo dye. Here's a pocket I created. It's got a little tuck spot here for this little tag from Laura's shop. A little bird from the Stamperia paper and a tag. Over here is a long pocket that I created using some of the papers from one of the kits in Screech Owl Studio. I'm also making some of these that will be in my shop soon. Here's some Stamperia paper, so you can journal on this. So it's a little tuck spot, and there's also a little tuck spot here for another card. But you open this up, and inside is a long tag. So I'm going to be making, I have already made a couple of these, and I will be making them, getting them in my shop pretty soon, because I like that idea. You could also put them on a hinge and open it up so you can write behind there. See how it looks like echo dyeing? And it isn't. It's just how it's sprayed. There's some stenciling. And some more of that. Some more spraying. Here's another tuck spot with a birdhouse. A large tag with butterflies. And another vellum envelope with a bird. It's just some pretty paper to journal on, and this little label from the kit. And it all goes back here. Edith Holden. There's that frog again. And here's that, some more of that striped paper. Here's another tuck spot with a paper clip, and in it, this is from one of the pages in the journal kit. And there's another seed, or this is a bulb packet. And on this side, it's another. It says garden notes, and this another little plant stake. Some more stenciling. Another pocket. You can see it's got such cute stuff in it. A couple of birdhouses fly away with me with a stamp. There's a large journaling, or a large tag. Here's another page from the kit, and I've used the same one, different page, but it's printed with the same thing on the back so that you have more journaling space. Pretty lion pages. This kit is so pretty. I love the colors in it, Yvonne. It's so beautiful. It was just such a joy to work with. There you go. Now this page, you'll see it front and in the back. I forgot to print the lines on the back. So what I did is I sprayed it with the Lindy's, and then I did some stenciling, and I thought that turned out pretty as well. Here's a card from the Stamperia paper. There's a stamp, and I used it for a pocket. There's a tag. There's a plant stake, and here's another large book, 1896 Garden Annual Seed Packet. There you go. Pretty picture with bees and a saying about flowers and bees. Here's another. I love these little tuck spots, but here's one. This one I made with one of the labels from the kit, and I put this large card or tag. It's kind of like a bookmark. And on this side, there's a weekly timesheet that I fussy cut out, and this is in one of the kits from Yvonne. I cut out this. This is from Graphics Fairy. This sunflower, and here's another. This is from her add-on kit that she gave away free. And there's a couple of cards in there. She has a kit you can get if you join her Facebook group. She gives away free things. And there's a pretty poem. And again, this one will open up if you want to journal inside there. I just won't take the time. Pretty leaves on this vellum page. Butterflies. Edith Holden. Here's a double layered pocket. I put a little circle here, so you've got a little spot to journal there. There's a pretty Garden Friends tag. And then a couple of one seed packet, and then this Garden Friends, and then there's the pretty little dragonflies. And then up here in this pocket, there's a card and another seed packet. Lots of places to journal, as you can see. Lots of pretty places to journal. And this blue, I don't know if the camera's going to pick up how pretty it is. But anyway, here's a side pocket in the center of the second signature. There's a card, a postcard with dragonflies. Then there's this envelope, and this has lines on it so you can journal on both sides. And it fits in this beautiful little envelope. And then here's another pocket that I cut from the same page because I just love that image. And there's some places to journal. There's a large pretty tag that I made from the Stamperia paper. And the Stamperia paper, I think, is called Summer or Garden or something like that. I'll put the name down below. Look below the video. There's some more a saying about happiness and a butterfly. Here's another pocket, and in it I put another one of the pages. It's a pretty page with some places to journal. And then here's a large tag with a bee on it, and a couple of seed packets. And then here's another vellum envelope, and it's got the dragonfly on it. And inside is a piece of paper from the Stamperia pad that I used. So that's real pretty and a nice place to journal. I just loved how this kit, I think that's what made making this journal such a joy. This kit just went together so beautifully with the Stamperia paper. Edith Holden, beautiful lines to journal on. There's some beautiful images. There's a vellum page. Beautiful napkin, doily. I love this one. Here's a little thing that I cut out from the paper pad. It says garden, and I made it a tuck spot. There's your Tiffany stamp for the bee. And on this side, you flip this open, you can see there's a pretty flower in there. It comes out and you can journal on it. And I put an index card on this side so you have more places to journal. And I did some stenciling. Here's an up-tuck, as I call them. It's an up-tuck, and there's some spraying, some pretty birds, and some flower packets. And there's the last page. And then on the very back of it, I forgot to sign it, so I will, but here's a large tag and a card, just like an index card that you can journal on. And I fussy cut, this was such a pretty piece, I needed a pocket. I thought this would be pretty. Anyway, that's my journal. It's for sale in the US only. I'm sorry, I just don't want to deal with international shipping. Please don't be hard on me. Please forgive me, but I just don't want to deal with it. I'm an old woman. Anyway, you can find this on my website. I'll put the link below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and click on that little subscribe thing. And if you want to be notified when I put up a video, hit the little bell next to that. So there she is, Garden Friends. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day. Bye-bye now.